All right, traders, hello, good afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you're watching in the world. I have noticed there's been a small increase in subscribers to the YouTube channel, so I really do appreciate that. And I just hope the videos help in some regard. Honestly, I probably make, the calls in the video, but sometimes I actually don't even listen to myself and won't even take trades. So I hope that, it is helping someone. Now, I was talking to a few friends, trading friends, earlier today about the Aussie dollar, and I guess just the risk appetite as well. How do we close on the 69.47? This is actually the first time I've properly had a look at the charts. It's been honestly a pretty good weekend and very muted, really. Like just looking at that, I'll go to the daily chart. It's always good as well, guys, to take it to a little bit higher with the time frame. Now, honestly, looking at that, it's still long. Like it's consolidated recently. I mean, the low there is around 68 to the high is early 70 cents. 16, 69.86. The highest we've seen recently is 70.64. Okay, so there is some room for upside here. Just looking at that chart, and I guess to add another layer to the analysis, you'd want to just have a look at the S&P 500 because that actually did end the week pretty well from memory. It did. That's bullish. That really is. Like, wow, look at that. From where it tumbled, where was that? Where did it start turning? Probably that day there. That was the 24th of February. Gosh, it was pretty. That was crazy. Look at the candles there. So we're nearly back. We really are like, what a rally, And if you got in on the high of that candle, congrats, But it's obviously a little bit. I guess that's a clear example of just detaching yourself and looking at the chart and respecting that and going, well, we're seeing a bounce, we're seeing a bounce. If it bounced like that on a daily candle, it's pretty significant. So, but yeah, it looks bullish. Risk on really is probably going to be the flavor of Monday. But we'll see though, like there's a lot going on. I mean, Donald Trump wearing a mask and, cases are still rapidly evolving in the States. There's a few points to consider. Now, gold reflects that mood as well. It did sell off. It had a bounce off. Got down to 1794, so it closed not quite at 1800. It's definitely bouncing. There was that candle there. What was the high of that candle? 1800. So it is making lower lows. Like there to there to there to here. Let me just draw this in. Can't actually make this work. Can't really make that work. But, it's something to sort of, there looks to be like there is some support around, the high 90s, high 1790s for gold. So I'd entertain a long there. If, if the weekend was horrendous for the States and, there's a few more second waves occurring, even in Australia, across the country. I'm not in that particular city. I'm the other side of the country. That's somewhat not going very well, to be fair. So, although honestly, this week in the ASX markets in the Australian, stock exchange, on the whole, it was pretty positive. Like it was. I don't actually have the chart up here, but it was. So the markets seem to be just chugging along. And if that's the case, you just sort of have to respect that and go with it. Now the euro is making higher highs. You can see sort of it has been respecting. I'll put a trend line in here. We can make it work. Well, we sort of can. We get on the close of the candles, not the actual. It's a bit better. So somewhat, yeah, like you can see it has been respecting that trend line. This is on the 4 hour as well. So all of last week it was sort of in a range bound, but still rising. So, if we see, risk on sentiment holding up, next week, you could see some US dollar weakening, and we could see buys on the euro, buys on the Aussie dollar. Gold is interesting. It has actually still been rising, even with equity markets going up as well. It just seems like people are pouring their money into all sorts of stuff. So I would say pay attention to that as well. I just want to see what the pound's doing as well. All right, nice. So again, and I think that is, you don't really need to pay, that's the 55 moving average. So that's something also to sort of watch, is the pound as well, if we see some US dollar weakening. But again, it'll have to come. I don't like getting long the pound US and the euro US, just in case we see some very negative risk off news. You're very vulnerable to, you know, getting exposed to significant sell off, and then all your positions are in the negative. Then plus Aussie dollar long as well, I would ill advise that. So I'll be picking the best of the lot in regards to that. But those are my thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. Bye for now.